The whine of the solar sail skiff was a razor's edge against the howl of the wind. Grace gripped the controls, knuckles white, the skiff bucking over another crystalline ridge on the plains of Kristallos. Ice dust plumed behind her, a glittering rooster tail under the pale, distant sun. "Give it up, Grace." James's voice crackled through the comm, distorted by static and fury. "You can't outrun me forever." In her side-mounted display, the image of his geothermal crawler was a monstrous black beetle scrabbling across the ice, gaining ground. Its articulated legs churned, melting the ancient ice with every step, leaving steaming black scars on the pristine white. "Wasn't planning on forever, James," she yelled back, yanking the tiller hard to port. The skiff's single sail, a shimmering sheet of photovoltaic mesh, tilted precariously, catching a fresh gust. The craft shot forward, skimming the edge of a chasm that fractured the landscape like a frozen lightning bolt. Yes, her gloved hand instinctively went to her chest, feeling the cold lump of metal beneath her thermal suit. The locket, not silver but a polished alloy that felt warm to the touch, even through the layers of fabric. It wasn't a keepsake, it was the key to everything. "This is madness," James's voice boomed again, closer this time. A percussive thump rocked her skiff. He was firing the crawler's kinetic pulse cannon, trying to destabilize her, not destroy her. He always was sentimental. The only madness was letting us rot in orbit for another generation, Grace retorted. She glanced at the horizon. There it was, the conductor, a needle of woven biomechanical alloy and diamond lattice, piercing the thin atmosphere, scraping the edge of space. It was a tuning fork waiting for its note. The skiff shuddered. An alarm blared, a high, frantic chirp, hull integrity at 70%. Port stabilizer compromised, the skiff's calm AI announced. "Don't make me do this, Grace." "Yes," James pleaded. His voice had lost its edge, replaced by a raw desperation she remembered from 1,000 arguments in the cramped hydroponics bay of their orbital home, the Ark. "You made your choice when you sabotaged the primary engine," she snapped, pushing the skiff harder. The ice beneath her groaned in protest. She weaved through a forest of ice spires that sang a low, resonant note as the wind passed through them. It was a beautiful, deadly graveyard, and she was here to set it on fire. Another kinetic blast struck closer, shattering a spire beside her. Shards of ice, sharp as obsidian, rained down on her canopy. A spiderweb of cracks appeared over her head. One more hit and it would collapse. "I tried to save you from yourself. From this," James yelled. Grace killed the comms. She didn't have time for ghosts. She had to reach the conductor. She had to open the locket and slot the Starseed into the ignition chamber. A controlled, localized supernova. Yes. A pocket star, unleashed to boil the ice, crack the planet's frozen crust, and release the atmosphere trapped beneath. In its fire, Kristallos would be reborn as a garden world. A new Earth. The conductor loomed, its base a kilometer wide. She skidded the failing skiff into the shadow of its entrance, the craft dying with a final, pathetic sigh of venting energy. She kicked the cracked canopy open and scrambled out, the -90-degree air a physical blow. Her boots crunched on the ice. Above her, the tower hummed, an impossibly deep sound that vibrated in her bones. She ran for the access lift, the locket clutched in her fist. Heavy, rhythmic stomping echoed behind her. James's crawler was here. He was coming. The lift door hissed open, and she threw herself inside, slapping the control for the apex chamber. The ascent was dizzying, a silent, sickening rush of speed. Through the transparent walls, Kristallos spread out below her, a vast, lonely expanse of white and pale blue. Yes. The doors opened at the top. She was in a circular chamber, open to the sky. In the center was the dais, a pillar of glowing crystal with a recess carved into its surface. A recess shaped exactly like her locket. She took a deep breath, the filtered air tasting sterile. She walked towards the dais, her heart a frantic drum against her ribs. This was it. For her parents, who had died watching Earth's sun flicker and fade. For the children on the Ark who had never known gravity or open sky. She unclasped the locket. It sprang open in her palm. There was no picture inside, just a swirling, miniature galaxy, a pinprick of impossible light held in a stasis field. The Starseed. "Stop," James's voice. He stood at the lift entrance, his bulky suit panting steam. In his hand was a heavy plasma pistol. He wasn't firing pulses now. "You're too late," Grace said, her hand hovering over the dais. "You don't understand what you're doing," he said, walking slowly towards her. Yes, he hadn't raised the pistol. We were wrong. Our scans were incomplete. "The Council reviewed the data 100 times, James. Chrysalis is barren, lifeless rock and water ice. It's a blank slate." "It's not," he said, his voice cracking. "It's just not the kind of life we were programmed to see. We look for carbon, for water, for movement. We never thought to look at the ice itself." He stopped a few feet from her. "Grace, put down the locket, please. Let me show you." "Show me what? A ghost story you invented to justify your cowardice? It's not a story." He fumbled with his helmet, his fingers clumsy in the thick gloves. He twisted a dial on the side. "Engage multispectral resonance filter. Link to comms now." He pointed at the floor. Grace's own helmet display flickered. The world swam, then resolved into something new. The floor of the chamber, which she'd seen as opaque, polished ice, was now a translucent web of shivering light. Yes, complex geometric patterns flowed through it, pulsing with a slow, deep, blue-green rhythm. It was a circuit board the size of a continent. What is this?" she whispered, her hand frozen over the dais. "It's life," James said, his voice filled with awe. "Silicon-based, crystalline. The entire planetary crust is a single dormant organism. Its consciousness operates on a geological timescale. Millennia pass between thoughts. We're standing on its brain, Grace." She looked out over the railing, the plains, the canyons, the spires. They were all glowing with that same intricate internal light, a slow, majestic planetary intelligence. The conductor let out a new tone, higher now. A soft chime filled the air, a proximity alert. The system was priming itself. "The supernova," she breathed, the horror dawning. "It won't just melt the ice, it'll shatter it, scour it clean. It will boil it alive," James said softly. "Yes, we'd be committing genocide on a scale we can't even comprehend. We can't build our future on a grave that large." An automated voice, smooth and genderless, echoed from the dais. "Starseed recognized. Final authorization window, 60 seconds. Grace stared at the locket in her hand. The swirling light inside was the promise of warm sun, green fields, and running water. It was the future of their species, the culmination of a century-long dream. She looked down at the living light beneath her feet. It was alien, slow, incomprehensible. It was not human. It offered no home, no salvation. 30 seconds, the voice announced. "Grace, please," James whispered. "There are other worlds. There's always another way." "Is there?" she asked, her voice hollow. "We're dying, James. The ark is failing. We're out of time. This is our only chance. No future is worth this price." "Yes." She looked from his desperate face to the starseed, then back to the pulsing, silent mind of the world below. Two futures lay before her, one born in fire, the other in darkness. One was the salvation of her people, the other was the salvation of her soul. 10 seconds. Her hand, holding the warmth of a newborn star, trembled. 9. She moved. Yes.